Hey guys, welcome back to Dead Space 3. This is Chapter 4 optional mission, the C.M.S. Greely. The most important thing in here that we're looking for is...
Hey Santos, I made it inside the Greely. Any luck with that encrypted message?
No, but if you can find the source, maybe we can find a way to decrypt it.
Roger that. Isaac out.
What I was saying was, most important thing I want to look for, well, I want to get in here is the telemetry spike weapon part. And we need a tungsten torque bar to get into the room that has that. Watch out, there's a lurker that's going to come out here in a second. It's just the one.
Santos. Looks like parts of the ship are sealed off.
Sealed? On purpose? Do you think you can get it open?
I'm not sure. If I can get the power on, I may be able to lift the security lockdown. Hold on.
That's the tungsten torque bar door, and there's a bench over there, but we need to turn the power on in order to use the bench. And hopefully in that spare parts box there will be enough tungsten along with what we have now, which is 9, to make a tungsten torque bar, which costs 20 tungsten. So we only need 11 more. I've played before and I've got 19. I've never got any lower than 19, but I've got 19, and that's pissed me off because it's only one away. The good thing about it is you can just restart from the last save or checkpoint, and it'll most of the time it's different if you do that. What I like to do up here is once the guys spawn in, or once you step up there, just come back down here. It allows you to fight them one-on-one.
The lockdown is originating from the radio room.
The puker, it takes a while for the puker to come down here sometimes. It's like he doesn't know what's going on. There he goes. And, yeah, there's another one. So, now we go back up there. Another thing I forgot to mention towards the beginning of this is that there's a part coming up once we get to the Terra Nova that you're gonna want to save your stasis packs for if you
I found the radio room.
can.
Just give me a minute to release this lockdown.
It's easy for me because I always forget to use stasis to begin with. So, how many medium med packs are they gonna give me? But in this room, there's 2 little blue wall locker things. And then you got this. Anything that's got blue outline or is blue in this game is something you have to interact with, like the ladders, this panel, the little circle in the generator that we just turned on. So for this, you just want to put 2 60s over to the right.
I told you! I don't know! Dr. Barton, someone is broadcasting a coded message planetside. Who are you trying to contact? Dr. Serrano? Tell me! Stop! Please! They wouldn't get me! I don't know! Commander, this is Unit 3. They barricaded themselves in with the broadcasting equipment.
If that's where they want to die, let them. Cut the ship's power. It'll kill their life support and cripple the transmission.
What about the others?
Alright. So now we're back to that room at the beginning. Gotta fight a couple guys, and then we can go to the bench. I recommend going down here. So you get two guys at once, and then you have one more slasher, and there's going to be a puker coming up those stairs. Like a dick. All the way down here. Also, there's this room right here at the top of the stairs, right next to these lockers. Well, let me go to the bench first, because I don't have any room. Cross your fingers for me. Yes, 22. Okay, as you guys saw there, I have the planet cracker now. That's because I had moved some Dead Space 2 saves around, and they weren't in the original folder. And then I played Dead Space 2 recently, so it recognized that I had Dead Space 2 saved, so now it gave me the planet cracker, which, like I said before, I'm not going to be using, but just to show you guys. Why on earth is my rotator cuff module not? Well, it doesn't really matter now anyway. Yeah, let's make that torque bar and then go collect some items. Sometimes the torque bar rooms will give you tungsten. As a matter of fact, in the regular difficulties, I've had it give me almost as much tungsten, like 18 or 19 tungsten. So it's basically, you're not really spending that much tungsten for it. But sometimes they don't give you any at all. So, especially on the harder difficulties, it doesn't seem like you get tungsten in these rooms as frequently. But we got a upgrade circuit and telemetry spike. Some ammo, scrap metal. So not that big of a deal, but telemetry spike is very important for me. So goodbye plasma cutter. Since we don't have any, we need to build another heavy standard frame. So, put the telemetry spike on top, plasma core on the bottom for the force gun, and diffraction torus. And now we got the telemetry spike chain gun. And we are going to put, wait a sec. Oh, never mind, that's something you get later in this mission. I'm pretty sure there's an attachment you get later in this mission called electric charge or something. And we're going to use that for. And that's the precision tip on the military engine to make the seeker rifle. Seeker rifle is really powerful. At this stage of the game, it can pretty much one-shot a guy. It's better to hit him in the limbs because most of the time if you hit them in the limbs, they will go down in one shot. But sometimes if you hit them in the body, it takes two. If you do have the secret rifle, you want to make sure that you put a +1 clip on it, because without it, it's only 3 shots. So you can see that little bar down there with the clip. There's 4 bars and then like a little tiny sliver of a bar. Now, if you add another clip, it increases that sliver, but just because I put that +1 clip on there, it's not going to actually give you another bullet in the magazine until you get to the next hash mark, or the next yellow line. So I probably would need another +1 clip in order to get 5 bullets. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So I mean, I could be running around with this +1 clip on here for no reason, and when I could have something else better, which I'm not gonna do damage. Let's do reload. Reload's important. I think it's important anyway. You want to add as much damage to the chain gun as possible since it's so low damage to begin with. And And reload affects both of the weapons, so you can put it on either the upper or lower circuit. So by putting that reload on there, you can barely see it, but it increases both the reload of the upper tool and the lower tool. So I mainly just put reloads down here, or any spare. I do have that clip. Just put any spare stuff down on the where the force gun is. Now we have that, and we're good to go. And one thing I wanted to mention about the chain gun, as you can see, it says I have 1,348 bullets, and the secret rifle only has 57. The secret rifle, one shot is equal to one of the clips in your inventory, and for the chain gun, 20 shots is equivalent to one clip. And it may seem like a lot. Well, I think it is a little bit much, but you can normally kill an enemy in 20 shots or less. So if you think about it that way, the plasma cutter is one clip per 2.5 shots. So if you do 5 shots, in theory you should be able to kill 2 enemies, but there's no way you could do that with the plasma cutter. So using this may seem like you're gonna waste ammo, but the way they balanced it out, you actually save ammo if you use this. There's gonna be a couple enemies in here. There's gonna be a puker coming over, and there's like 3 or 4 lurkers. And as of right now, the rate of fire on this is really slow. I have a video up about the frames per second, the frame rate, and the rate of fire for the automatic weapons. And for the telemetry spike chain gun, it takes, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it takes about almost a minute, or almost a second and a half longer to empty the clip at 30 frames per second, as opposed to putting VSync on and running 60 frames per second. Because the settings in this game, they have a setting called VSync, but it's only 30 frames per second, and that's what I'm recording at right now. Because I just don't have enough hard drive space to be recorded at 60 frames per second. So actually, when I started recording this, the walkthrough, I was recording at 60 frames per second. I didn't realize why I was taking or using so much hard drive space. And then I just switched back to 30 a little while ago, a couple videos back. So yeah, I shot him in the body, it didn't kill him in one shot. But I've never seen them live if you shoot them in the limbs. There's gonna be a guy coming out of this vent once you do this. What's this room? There's gonna be some, I don't know if they're called swarmers, but they're the little tick things. They infect bodies. Force gun is really good for them, just kills them all. And another bench. And I'll show you coming up in this next room. There's a bunch of bodies in here, and after we do what we gotta do in this room, a bunch more of those little swarmer things are gonna come down and try to infect these bodies, because that's what they do. They'll infect the bodies and reanimate them, turn them into necromorphs. So I just throw them all over here in the same area. And then once we get done doing this, we'll just run over there and use the force gun to kill them all at once. We're getting that key to go to that officer's thing. There it is, electric charge.
Martin! Before I hear, they started the class order. If we don't coordinate, all our work will be destroyed. Did you get the message encrypted? Codes are in my office. You have to hurry. They're all good.
Alright. So you run back over here. You can hear him.
Isaac, what is that
not too
horrible
bad.
noise?
I think I pulled out something I shouldn't have. The gravity plating is tearing itself apart. The message is a warning to someone named Serrano on the planet's surface.
Did you find a way to decode it?
Yeah, the encryption key is in the office of Laura Ingstrom.
Oh, let me see if I can find it. Yes, here she is. I'll send it to your locator.
Okay, so we gotta go back upstairs. Watch out for these, yeah, that's just showing you the gravity plates. If you step into that, you'll just get smashed up in the ceiling. So you gotta watch out for those on your way back. There's not gonna be any enemies in this room, but there will be those panels that go up. Now this next room has got a lot of panels off. It's kind of like a maze you have to traverse. I'll show you the way I do this. I don't know if it's the best way, but there's going to be a puker coming out of there, and a bunch of slashers are going to be walking towards you. So he just like appears. I've never had so much trouble with the secret rifle. Is that it? But anyway, yeah, you want to avoid those plates, or the areas where the plates aren't anymore. Secret rifle's failing me. And you want to go over here where we pick up that artifact and a random item spawn there. Now a bunch of guys are going to come out, so I just go back over here in this corner and use the force gun to blow them in. There's a puker over there. You got two more slashers that are going to come. That's it. I'm gonna go collect some loot. You want to search around a little bit, because after those guys get thrown in the ceiling, their drops go random places, or all over the place. I'm not seeing them. It doesn't matter. Once we get back in here, there's going to be about 6 exploders that spawn. You just want to stand up the top of these stairs. They alternate back and forth. I think there's one more, maybe not. I guess that's it. So yeah, that was the optional sign mission, for the most part. We just gotta go collect this.
Got it. Hey, Santos, I'm sending you the decryption key now.
I see it. Hold on, I'll apply it to the message.
Hide Rosetta? Who's she?
Must have been trying to hide her from the execution order. Her research could be the key to all of this.
But why issue a cleanse order if it would destroy such an important secret?
Maybe they panicked. Or maybe they knew something we didn't.
Isaac, thanks for looking into this. It could prove very useful.
Good to hear. Well, I'm heading back. We've got a long road ahead of us. Isaac out.
Forgot to mention that if for some reason you don't get enough tungsten to make the torque bar, once you get in here from the spare parts box, there's always going to be tungsten in there. I picked it up. I have 19 now, so I'm not sure how much. I think I had like 2 before, so 17 I got. Actually, that's the way I used to do it. I would just, and then I found out about the spare parts box, so I started doing it that way. And there's a suit kiosk here. Let's see if we can get the stasis upgrade. 1 transducer short and 6 tungsten short. Huh. I'm not going to go for the duration because that's going to use the transducers, and I'd rather have an extra shot as opposed to a little bit longer duration. Normally I like to wait, as far as tungsten goes, I like to, normally I like to get 20 and then build a torque bar, have it in my inventory, and then whenever I get more, I'll go ahead and do upgrades and stuff like that. This way I always have a torque bar in my inventory. But we're about to get the scavenger bot soon, so I can spare the 5 there. And we don't have enough semiconductors. That's not worth that. So we got 2 HP upgrades. Alright, we go back out and we head over to the Terra Nova, I believe. So whenever we get a progress saving, maybe once we get back to the skip, that's when I'll end the episode. Inventory saving. You know, you can be anal right now and go back around and get everything, but at this point, you know, we're about to get the scavenger bot. You know, we've already got a couple upgrades. We got the chain gun and the secret rifle. So my, you know, extra exploration and finding items is pretty much done for the for this part of the game. And the Terra Nova. Once we get here, I believe it saves. I'm really curious to see when I look at the videos when I play them back, because I can tell a difference in the raw files, the regular Fraps files. I can tell a difference in the quality of the video versus 30 frames per second versus 60, but I just don't know if after they're rendered if it'll be different. I guess I'll just have to see.
I'm inside the Terra Nova. Which way to the shuttle?
Santos, you found the impound records. What did they say?
Only that the shuttle was decommissioned. They were going to part it out.
Great, so basically nobody knows?
There must be more detailed shipping records somewhere. I'll take a look around the ship.
Alright guys, I think this episode is getting a little long, so I'm going to end it, and I'll see you right back here in the next one. Thanks for watching.